Hey, and welcome to another IC82 video. I'm doing another review today. Back to the good old stuff. I'm a dab hand at this now. This is a Class 158 by Bachmann, as you can see. And this is quite interesting because I didn't actually want this. I didn't actually want this DMU. I don't have any plans for it on my layout. This is probably my first review that is entirely in response to people's requests. I got tons and tons of messages, loads and loads of comments saying, can you do a 158 please? Can you look at the 158? When are you going to review the 158? Well, here I am, okay? Here it is, people. So relax, calm down, get comfy and watch my review of the Class 158. Now, the photo is a little bit misleading and Bachmann do this a lot. It's not Central Trains. It is Arriva and it's the 2-car set. Obviously you can tell there's going to be a box there and a box there, and they were made in 3-car sets and 2-car sets. They're all over the UK. I'm pretty sure that most of you will have seen something like that shape all over the United Kingdom. They're very, very common. I think they were built in Derby in the late 80s, and quite a few have been refurbished now as well. So they're very, very common DMUs, and they were some of the first to have air conditioning, I think. So they were quite posh at the time, quite fancy. And as you can see, look, oh, I've totally not opened it at all. So this is what I call a raw review. This is completely as you see it. I genuinely do not know what it's going to be like, and I hope it runs well too, because I don't have much luck with Bachmann DMUs. So, got a little craft knife. Be really, really careful with this, obviously, because it's very sharp, and I don't want to cut my finger open. But I'm just going to make a little cut in the side. There we go. That should do. Yes. There we go, just get rid of that. Nice! So it's a sleeve design with 2 boxes in the middle. So if I just, yeah, there we go. Ooh, quite a tight fit. But they just slide right out. Okay, so I can do away with the sleeve because there's nothing on that but boring stuff. This is the, is that the motor? Yes, oh yes, that's the unit with the motor in. So Bachmann have probably done their typical thing and filled the entire unit with a motor strong enough to pull a Boeing 747 down a runway. We'll see. And then this is the little info card. Yes. So there you go. Brief history. Well, that is very brief, but yeah, it's pretty much exactly what I thought. It's late 80s, Derby, 90 miles per hour. That's pretty quick for a DMU. That's not bad at all. So that's all very nice, isn't it? But this is what we want to see, and it's an Arriva. Why? Well, I thought, well, if I'm going to get this, if I'm going to get one of these people, if I'm going to get one of these to satisfy people that want to see a 158, then I'm going to get it in Arriva, because I really like the Arriva livery. It's my second favourite livery. My first favourite livery is Regional Railways. So if you have one of these in Regional Railways, I would love to see it. Please do comment below. I was really scared then. I thought that didn't look like Arriva. But that looks like Cross Country. Although Arriva do own Cross Country, so that's odd. Anyway, there she is. So this is the dummy unit. Let me just get that box out of shot. Come on, be professional. So here it is, the Class 158. Now it's 158823. Doesn't mean anything to me. Oh, that rhymes. I should have a little song. That's the 158. Doesn't mean it. No, shut up. I can't sing. Wow, look at that coupler. That's like one of those really fancy European couplers. Like the, is it Märklin? I don't know how you pronounce it. Or even a Roco. I'm not too sure, but I guess it's just meant for these particular units, these particular DMUs. Can we see inside? Yes, we can. We can see windows. Sorry, we can see through the windows. We can see the seats inside. The underframe detail is not too bad. It's, well, it's one gigantic moulded piece, but they have paid some attention to detail. The bogies spin quite nicely, they're free. I think she's going to light up. I'm not too sure. The roof is, well, it's pretty bland, it's pretty uninteresting. We've got a nice exhaust there though, that's good. That's always nice, always welcome. I know what the C3 means now, so people please stop telling me. I did a video ages ago where I asked, what does C1 mean and what does C3 mean? And the bizarrest thing is, we can't find a C2. I don't know what happened to C2, but C1 is basically quite a short coach, which can go all over the network. And C3 is quite a big, long coach, which can't go all over the network. There are some stations that are too tight, and there are some tunnels which are too small. So a C3 wouldn't be able to go through those, but a C1 can. So I know what that is now, I know what that means. But yeah, it's not bad. I have been told that Bachmann are bringing out a new 158. So as soon as they do, I promise I will do that as well. I will have a look at that one too, and I will compare the two. So enough with this dummy unit. Away with ye. Let's get the motor out, the motor unit. If it wants to play. Come on. Gosh, talk about tight fit. Let's use gravity to help us. There we go. Eek. Cover your ears. No, it's okay. Uncover them again now, otherwise you won't be able to hear me. Okay, what's this? What's this? Ah, okay. Separate parts for leading bogies. Footsteps. Nice. Okay, that's new. I was not expecting that. I think this is just the usual gumph, isn't it? Collectors Club. Is anybody in that, by the way? Can I just ask? Is anybody in the Bachmann Collectors Club? And if they are, is it any good? Can you leave your comments below? Because I haven't bothered joining the Hornby one this year because the loco you get just looks a bit naff. But if anybody is in the Bachmann one, please let me know. Tell me what you think. Okay, so this is the usual stuff that tells us where the motor is, how to service it. And what's quite interesting is that even though they detail all the parts, getting hold of spares from Bachmann is pretty hard, pretty tough. So that's interesting. Okay, let's get her out. Finger in the back, nice and gentle. There we go. Wow, well, it's definitely heavy. Let's just see if she has traction tyres. No traction tyres. Traction tyres, for people that aren't too sure what traction tyres are tiny little rubber wheels, basically, that are wrapped around the metal wheels to help them grip. And they are frowned upon by some people, obviously, because they're not very realistic and they can perish and fall apart. But if a loco is heavy enough, it shouldn't really need them. And this doesn't need them. It doesn't have any at all. So there we go, there's that really strange proprietary coupling again. Bogey's really nice and free-flowing. Oh gosh, I tell you what, because of just where I've grabbed it, did you notice earlier? There's like oil all over the bottom. Ugh. And that's just all over my fingers. Ugh. I'm just going to go get a cloth, wipe my hands, wipe the excess oil off the bogies, and then carry on. 3, 2, 1, and you're back in the room. Sorry about that. Did you miss me? No. Don't be stupid, Will. With editing, you won't have even noticed a thing. Anyway, I'm back. My hands are clean. The unit is clean again. And I've had to wait 5 or 10 minutes, actually, because a huge jet flew over as well. It's annoying how one hobby I used to be into is now basically disrupting my new hobby. So, anyway. But basically there was excess oil all along the base of this chassis here. So watch out sometimes when you open units like this that you do find excess oil. There was oil on the bogies just here, and this entire chassis seems to be solid metal. and it's really heavy, and there was just oil that had collected at various points along it. So I've cleaned my hands, I've cleaned the unit, and we're good to go. And I'm pleased to report that this unit is different to the other Bachmann DMUs I have bought, in that the motor seems to be in the middle just there, but you can still see seats. So there's definitely a motor in the centre of the unit, and then I can see two flywheels, and then they must be powering each bogie. But you've got seats along there, and you've got seats along there. So why couldn't they do that with the 150? Ugh! They blanked them all out instead, and as everybody knows, that really, really wound me up and really made me angry and disappointed with the 150. But even though this is older and technically not as detailed, they've done a better job on the interior. So I can take the roof off, and I will do, and I'll put little people in, and I'll probably paint the seats and stuff. So that's pretty awesome. I really do like that. So yeah, we've got another exhaust again, typically. It's basically, in terms of detail, exactly like the other unit. You've got a pretty nice livery application. It's not bad. It's not the most detailed I've seen, and obviously the detail on the 150 just wipes the floor with it. But it is an old model. It is due to be replaced, so we've got to cut it a bit of slack. And it will probably run really well anyway, so I'm hoping it will. Just look at this little bit on the bottom there. Look how that is basically the biggest difference between a 158 and every other DMU there ever is. I just love this. It's like it's got a beard. It's like it's got a little yellow beard at the front. Again, I'm hoping it's going to light up. I'm sure it will. Let's put her on the track and see what she runs like. Okay, so here we are, up by the world's most famous piece of skirting board. I'm really going to miss this skirting board when all the videos are coming from the new layout. I think I might just have to rip this whole chunk off and shove it in front of a hill or something on the new layout. I'm only joking. Right, here's the DMU. Now I'm going to put the... Which way shall I send it? I'll be prototypical. I'll be correct. I'll send it that way for once. So, I'm going to put this unit on first. You've never seen me do this, have you? Oh no. Well, it's just something I saw in a comment or a message where people said, well, somebody said, oh, you never send them in the right way. Well, for once, I'm going to send them that way instead of this way. So that'll be interesting. So this is the dummy unit. It is a little bit grindy. I think they are the pickups on the bogies that must power the lights. So that's good. Let's just put that out of the way. And then put the motor unit on, which is much heavier. Again, big muscly arms. Big muscly arms doing this job. Okay. There we go, coupled up. That wasn't hard. I won't try and push it too much. There we go, just try and get it into shot. Lovely. And again, I don't know what it is with the camera, but the green is actually more turquoise than this. For some reason this camera is basically showing this up as like a, I don't know, a sort of apple, well not an apple green, a sort of lime green, but it's actually quite turquoise. So, let's pick a direction and hope that she runs. I'm sure she will. Wow. Look at that. Can you hear that? Just listen to how nice and smooth that is. Look, I'll get it right, I'll get it really close for you. Hang on. Whoa. That is brilliant! I love this one Class 5.8. Wow. Seriously, honestly, I am impressed. This Class 158 from Bachmann is the best DMU I've ever bought. Well, no, that's going too far. That's still taken by the 153 that's done by Hornby. But this 158, it's definitely the best DMU I have bought by Bachmann. Definitely. Okay, well she's at running in speed and she is running in fantastically. I'm not joking, again, I'm serious about this. This is the best DMU by Bachmann I have bought. Okay, the details not as spot on as the 150, and I know I hear good things about the 158. I know, I really need to get one. But, so far, this is the best overall DMU by Bachmann I have had. Great motor, great detail, and it runs like a dream. Let's send her the other way. She's been doing this direction for about half an hour. So let's bring her to a stop. I'm just going to put the camera in the other hand. So slow her down, slow her down. That's it, let's just bring her to a stop. Okay. And then go back the other way. Nicely, nicely, gently does it. A bit quicker. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I don't normally do this, but honestly, seriously, if you can get hold of one of these Class 158s by Bachmann in any livery you want, regional railways, central trains, Arriva, whatever they come in, get one. They're just fantastic. And this is the old 158. Wow, I cannot wait for the new 158.